In today's video, I need to figure out where in the world I am.
Hello there, I'm Meister and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're playing some Geoguessr. So if you guys don't know this game, it's a very popular game where you're dropped off in a random part of the world and you have to figure out where you are. So let's get started. Okay guys, so first we're gonna go with the main map, which the creators of Geoguessr have made themselves, and it is the world. So this game will basically give you 5 locations and you need to guess all 5 of those locations, and you get 0 to 5,000 points per location. So first up seems Asian. There's a tuk-tuk here, which is mostly found in Asia. No information from that. Let's keep going forward and maybe we can get some more info. Okay, that guy on the bike disappeared. Okay, there he is. No information from the bike as well. Let's check the sun, guys, because if you check the sun, you can find out which hemisphere you are. So that's the sun, so it's in the southwest. So that means we're in the northern hemisphere, which makes sense for my guess of Asia. Let me just see. I think we might be somewhere in India, like maybe over here somewhere. I'm just gonna put that in. I'm not gonna lock in my guess. Ooh, let's see this language. Okay, so I think it's not gonna be southern India. It's gonna be somewhere in the north. I'm gonna go like somewhere right there between Mumbai. Let's see. Okay, it wasn't there. It was near Lucknow. Okay, that's a pretty decent guess. Not the best guess, but it's pretty fine. Okay, our next map. Okay, so for our first look, it seems like France.
Hold on a second, guys. This is Futurizer here, and I forgot to say this in the video. But if you guys want to see more Geoguessr on the channel, hit that like button and subscribe button. And now back to the video.
And the language might be Spanish or it might be French. Not sure what it is. I do know some Spanish because I'm learning Spanish from Duolingo. So if it's Spanish, I might be able to recognize it, but probably not. I don't think it's Spanish. Okay, this is a croissant shop. I think that's what it means. Like, what else would it mean? So France makes sense. Let's just go in France. It doesn't look like Paris, but it could be somewhere near Paris. Let's go right over here in this town called Chartres. Okay, that was a pretty decent guess. That was actually a pretty good guess. I got 4,102 points. It was over here, and it was in France. So far, I have gotten both the countries correct, which is good. Let's see what's next. First, as soon as I dropped, it seems like it's the UK. Also, guys, if you check the number plates, like the license plates I meant, if there's like a strip of blue, you're in the EU, and the UK is not part of the EU, so it might not be UK, because if you see there's like a strip of blue, so if it's not UK, it might be like Ireland. I feel like Ireland's a good guess. Is Iceland a part of the EU? Because if it is, I think Iceland would be a good guess as well. Let me just look for some more clues. Let's look at this person. Okay, that person disappeared. Okay, I think I'm just gonna lock in like Ireland. In fact, it could actually be Iceland because I don't know, the houses just kind of seem like that. Let me just look at the sun to make sure. Yes, so it is in Europe most likely. So I'm just gonna go for Ireland, somewhere near over here. Let's see. Okay, that was my worst guess so far. It was in Lithuania. Okay, that was not a good guess, but that's fine. Okay, where is this? This might even just be America, like US of A. Let me check. So it's not in the EU. So I think America makes sense. USA doesn't have colored houses though, like they're pretty much just gray. They're not like painted. So that's kind of throwing me off. It could even be Canada. You know what? I think Canada's a pretty good guess. Let me just look at the sun to make sure. Yep, the sun is in the south. So we are in the northern hemisphere. So I think I'm just gonna go for Canada. I don't know where in Canada. I'm gonna go in Ottawa because that's the capital. Somewhere near Ottawa I'm gonna go because I have seen some YouTubers who went to Ottawa and it kind of looked like this. So I'm gonna go in some random street in Ottawa, like right there. This is probably gonna be my worst guess ever, but we'll see. Yo, that was actually not a bad guess. It was in Chicago. Okay. I thought that would be a much worse guess, but it was actually not that bad. Okay, it's very bright. The sun is in the north, which is surprising. So that means they're in the southern hemisphere. And there are not many countries in the south. So it's most likely Spanish, this language, or it could be Portuguese. So I think South America is a fairly good guess. I'm just going to put somewhere in Brazil for now, and then I'm going to look more a little bit. So I'm just going to go for Brazil. Let's go somewhere near the capital. Not too near the capital, but kind of near the capital. Right there. Yo, that was actually not a bad guess. Oh yeah, Sao Paulo. It's a pretty big city, that means, because it's, yeah, you can literally see it from like this distance. I could have seen it, I just wasn't patient, but I could have gotten a really good guess there. But it's fine, let's continue. Okay, those were all 5 rounds. Okay, I got some sort of a badge. Let's view my summary. My worst guess was the third guess. Where was the third guess? I think, no, this was the third guess. Yeah, I guessed Ireland and it was Lithuania. That was my worst guess, and my best guess was the second guess, which was this France one. Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna play another game of this. I'm gonna play a different game mode now. Okay, guys. So now I'm in the multiplayer mode, and I'm gonna do a duel against a random person. So let's see who my opponent is. Let's see. Okay, it's this guy. Glowing Delta 353. Okay, that's my opponent. And let's see how we do. Okay, first up, Marcelo. Seems like Spanish? Possibly Spanish? Not you, that's confirmed. So let's go this way. Let's read these signs, but they might be helpful. Yeah, so it's a Spanish-speaking country. Let's see. No, I can't find anything from there. Like, I thought there might be a country flag or something, but there isn't. So I'm just gonna keep looking. Ooh, the things are sideways, like the traffic lights. I don't know where that is. Like, I was gonna say Japan, but in Japan they're not sideways. The green light is just blue in Japan, I'm pretty sure. Okay, what does this sign say? This might give us some useful information. No, it doesn't. Wait, let me go a little closer. It says Pharmacia. I think it's not Spanish speaking. I think it's Brazil again, you know. I'm just gonna lock in Brazil. I'm gonna go in Sao Paulo again. Like, that was the correct thing last time. So I'm gonna go in Sao Paulo. Now my opponent has 15 seconds to guess. So let's see what he guesses. Okay guys, time is up. My opponent guessed in Italy. That was a very bad guess. It was Spanish speaking. It was in Mexico. I didn't do too much damage to him, but I did a decent amount of damage. I'm just gonna try to speed run if I know where it is, like the rough area where it is. First, I think it might be USA. San Alberto. I don't know, it could be Mexico again, or it could be USA. Okay, it's not USA because it says pare, a stop sign. So it says pare, which I guess means stop in Spanish or Portuguese, I guess. I think this is like north, I think. Oh god, he guessed. I'm gonna go in Peru. Oh my god, I smashed that. It was in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, and I did some decent damage to him. Okay, let's see where we are now. Oh god, where is this? I think it's like EU, maybe. Could be EU. You know what? I have a feeling. I have a feeling that this is Italy. I don't know why I have a feeling this is Italy, but I do have a feeling this is Italy. So should I go for Italy? I think I should just lock in Italy. I think that's a very dumb guess, but I'm just gonna lock in Italy. I'm gonna go in Florence. I'm just gonna lock it in. That's a pretty bad guess, I think, but I locked it in now, so there's nothing I can do. Oh my god, it was Italy! Oh my god! That was an insane guess by me. It was in Rome. I have no idea how I guessed that. That was insane. Okay. Seems like Asia. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Can't tell. Let's see though. Oh my god, he guessed. I think that's a Malaysian flag. I'm gonna go for Malaysia. Where's Malaysia? There it is. I think that's a Malaysian flag. I am very good with flags, so I think that's a Malaysian flag. I think this is a GG. What? My opponent left? I think my opponent left. Yup, that was an insane guess. I killed him. Oh my god. Okay, he didn't leave. I think I just had interference. But that was an insane guess. And I won, so that's good. So I think that's it for this video, guys. My best guess today, definitely this Malaysia guess. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. And I'll see all of you in the next one.